The question of today is, Lava Golem is a problem? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes! Why, you ask? How can the best friend of rogue decks be so bad? After all, it helps them break broken boards. The truth is, he isn't a friend. In reality, he is the best tool for meta decks. Lava Golem works very simply. Tribute 2 monsters on your opponent's field and put this thing in their place. This, my dear friends, is the most cheesiest way to clear the opponent's board for 3 reasons. First, it cannot be responded. The game gives you no warning of the impending tragedy. It just happens. It is the definition of uninteractive, and there is almost nothing can be done to prevent it. Second, is the best way to remove monsters. Some of them might still trigger and float into something else if destroyed or sent to the graveyard in other ways, but few grant benefits when tributed. Monsters with protection, unless it is specifically protection against tributing, all melt into molten earth. Third, Floodgate. Some archetype cards need monsters from the same archetype on the field to function. So Lava Golem doesn't just remove monsters, it also blocks the effects of other cards on the field. I hate Kaiju cards in general for the reasons mentioned. People say it's a 1-for-1 trade, but what if that one card was my main strategy? Sometimes that one card was a powerful boss that took a lot of resources to summon, and instead you end up with a useless beatstick on its place. Now imagine that happening to 2 of your aura farming protectors. Now imagine that your opponent activates a skill to get 4 free cards plus 1 in the graveyard, or draws 3 after tributing your field. I really doubt you could survive. Every deck without summoning restrictions chooses to Golem simply because it is the most powerful going second card in Duel Links. While it is true that Dark Ruler No More and Forbidden Droplet can, on paper and in practice, be more powerful in certain situations, there is a massive difference. Both cards can be responded to. Overlord No More still allows you to keep your monsters if you couldn't negate it with a spell or trap, and you don't take damage this turn. Unlimited Droplet is a foolproof weapon. Unless your opponent discards 1 card of each color, you can respond to it. And giving up 3 other cards is still a huge cost. Furthermore, you can avoid the effect by removing monsters from your own field so they can't be chosen by Droplet. Or, if your opponent pays by sending up to 4 cards and you remove 1 of your 4 monsters, the effect cannot resolve. Psst, that was a pro tip. Make good use of it. As you can see, there are many loopholes or balance clauses with both cards that remember us why Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lawyer's game. Unlike this absolute bitch that simply removes 2 of your key cards like nothing and ruins the whole anime simulator. But Saisen, what about the normal summon cost? That makes Golem totally balanced. My little and precious duelist. You should know that there are currently thousands of incredibly powerful decks that can pull off a full combo without normal summoning. Chimera Horus Slope, Heluva Monica, Link Eyes, Crimson Dragon Turbo, Waifu Virin, Unaffected Saurus, Stalberts, Princess Pantina, John Konami's Son, and more. And that's not to mention decks like the Ultimate Wizard in terms of attack and defense, Brick Eyes, or the Forgotten Third Son with Lost Identity, which can also do it thanks to their skills. Even decks that really value their normal summon, like Kobayashi Mates, have lists that exchange their normal for 2 free removals. Honestly, I run 3 copies in my Lirulus deck when I want to finish a PvP event and win quickly without thinking much. Now, if it's so powerful, why isn't it used in other formats? Perhaps the only downside to Golem is that you rely on luck to draw it. That's a problem for Master Duel lists, which require a minimum of 40 cards, while in Duel Links decks can be decreased to 20 cards, and you can run 3 copies since skills handle consistency. Plus, in Master Duel, you can have up to 6 monsters on the field, whereas in Duel Links the limit is 4, so Golem eats half field. It is undoubtedly the most powerful card, and the only thing keeping it from being the most widely used is that some yellow buttons still impose arbitrary summoning restrictions while others don't. And what about Ultra Mega Chicken Kaiju mode? It's even more powerful than Lava Golem. Well, yes and no. The thing is, an opponent is more likely to end their turn with 2 monsters than 3 in many situations. Also, Lava Golem can remove up to 4 opposing monsters using 2 of them, since you can summon it to the opponent's field as many times as you like. Basically, he turns this game into OTK Simulator. Turn 1 boards are too broken? Yes. Golem and friends are the answer? No. Of course, I think the power of turn 1 should be limited, but Golem is the cheese option. Broken fields usually just are used an excuse to justify the moral value of Golem. People would use it at 3, even if turn 1 were much weaker, because it's so good. Political Modern Neuroscience and the Free Trade Agreement in its Article 4, third paragraph of the Humanities section says, bla bla bla, chinga tu madre, Lava Golem. Lo siento. Me obsesioné con las series de Vips y Pop y están llenas de groserías. Se siente bien sacarlas del alma. La verdad me siento muy enojada con esta carta. No he podido usar el deck de Playmaker desde que los pinches kaijus se volvieron tan comunes. Y también me enoja el hecho de que Blue Gal será añadida como un alt style y no como un personaje separado. Sigan azules por mí, please, porque yo no puedo.